What's up, YouTube? We are back reviewing, well, actually not reviewing, but overviewing, I guess, Superman and Lois.
Finally, Superman and Lois.
Man, I gotta say, what'd you think about it?
Finally.
Finally, a good show. A good show. Let's go. Yeah, this is pretty good. I liked it. I liked it from beginning to end. And I was so worried that it would be the Lois show, or I thought it would be like all about the kids, but it's a family show. I mean, it's still Superman, but you know, they got some family in there. They kind of zip from family to Superman action, but it's cool. This was
they want you to see the life of a parent. You know, I see it.
And I know some people don't really like Superman with the family aspect. I actually do. I thought one of the best things that could ever happen was Rebirth. You know, when he came out with Lois and they had the son, Jonathan Kent. I thought that was dope. If you've ever read the Peter Tomasi run of Superman, I thought that was dope. I mean, then they had Super Sons, which, you know, Jonathan and Damian going on their little adventures. I thought that was dope. Well, obviously, they're not going to do that here, but you can tell that they kind of got a little bit of, they were inspired. At least it seems like they were inspired by Rebirth. And I think that's a good move.
I agree.
It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. I really liked it a lot.
I did too. I like the look and feel of this show.
Movie quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt like that was a really good call because, number one, Superman is one of the big three in DC. So they spent a lot of money getting this license to put on this network. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they better do it right. Better do this shit right.
And then, like, man,
yeah,
if you don't get this shit right, like, so they had a lot. I'm pretty sure that was a whole lot of pressure.
And Jeff Johns is running shit, so you know, once I saw his name was attached to it, that made me worry a lot less. After looking at what he did with Stargirl, it's like once I saw his name was attached to it, I was like, oh, okay, this is probably gonna be cool. So
yeah, this is the best thing since Stargirl, I'd say. Stargirl was cool.
Yeah,
She was a surprising little kid show, but back to Superman and Lois.
Definitely good, man. I mean, it did have its flaws. It has its flaws, but it's not nothing that'll make me turn away from the show. It was just kind of like, you know, the back and forth between Jordan and Jonathan. It's kind of like cliche, like you already know that one's gonna be the asshole and one's gonna be the all-around good kid or something like that, which it didn't really turn out exactly like that. But you know, Jonathan is like I won't say the favorite, but you know, he's the
more typical child.
Yeah, and Jordan. Yeah, and of course Jordan suffers from social anxiety, so he's kind of got a little darkness to him a little bit, you know. And I mean, it's predictable, but even with that, the show still nails it. It's good, man.
It really is. I will say, I only did my Yorkie head tilt twice during this episode.
What you do the Yorkie head tilt for, man?
Look, because okay, at Crisis of Infinite Earths, which was, you know, the last crossover that they did, Lois had to go to another planet to give birth to a baby.
Right.
So that means she was at the birth giving stage, right?
I forgot what they called that place, but it was like the last piece of Krypton or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. So they went off to this planet to have one baby, but at the end of Crisis, there were two babies, right?
Yeah, because Crisis changed everything.
Clark was very aware of the two babies being two babies after Lois called him and told him that at the end of Crisis. But he didn't know that shit before Crisis, kicked off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So in the opening montage or whatever about basically doing background on Superman and Lois, their whole relationship, how they met, got together.
They wrapped that shit up in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was super cool.
And it was dope.
Thank you for doing that, people. I'm just saying.
Kind of makes you wonder why they couldn't do that for Ryan Wilder and her martial arts background. But
just saying.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Bruh.
They didn't get that money. They ain't putting that money on that shit.
Got some whack ass writers. Anyway.
But yeah, so at the in one of the scenes in the montage, Clark is showing his mom Martha a sonogram or whatever of two babies in the womb. That would not have been the case if they paid attention to Crisis. You know what I'm saying? It would have just been one baby in the womb.
Basically, they retconned some shit.
Yeah.
So.
So whatever. That was the only Yorkie head tilt I did. Other than that,
I'm gonna give him a pass.
I let it go. I was like, you know what? If we just want to say fuck it, let's just.
I'm gonna give him a pass on that shit.
Let's just say fuck it.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a pass on that, but all in all, the show was still really, really good. I particularly liked the scene where he saved the nuclear power plant, where he flew over the ocean and froze like this big ass piece of ice or whatever in the ocean, and picked it up and he took it to the nuclear power plant and let it melt. And there to cool it down, keep the temperature cool. I thought that shit was really well done. The special effects are pretty good.
Really good.
And the new suit. I like the suit. I'm so glad they changed it, because the suit that he wore on Supergirl, I really wasn't feeling the little straps over the shoulders. I kind of didn't like that. But, I mean, damn, they gave him some movie quality looking shit. I was like, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you get people in there who really give a fuck about the character and about the lore. Because I was even more impressed that they went back and got the 40s costume. Even though it ain't taking place in the 40s, but that was like his first suit. And they went back and they put that in there.
For him showing when he first got to Metropolis.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That shit is fire. I like that. That's cool. A nod to the old school, but then they come with the new suit. Man, yeah. They did that shit. They really did. They did it.
Yeah, that was super good. I appreciated a lot of story shit was going on. I was happy to see Dylan Walsh, and if y'all don't know who that is, I know him best from Nip Tuck, which I used to watch like all the fucking time. Oh my gosh.
Who the fuck is Dylan
Walsh? Dylan Walsh, shut up. He was on Nip Tuck. Anyways, on Dylan Walsh, this show is playing Lois's dad.
Oh, General Lane. Okay.
General Lane.
Okay.
So, Savvy. He's a great actor and shit, you know what I'm saying? He was in that movie with The Stepfather or whatever.
Yeah.
That show, he's really good at what he does.
I kind of like the relationship that they have too between General Lane and Superman. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a working relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
The fact that he's aware. Another head tilt moment was the the upgrade on the emergency devices or whatever, because
that Lane had, General Lane had.
Well, yeah, him and Lois had used one in this episode, but in comparison to the ones that are given and used on Supergirl, I'm just saying, James had a watch.
Right. It ain't Jimmy, it's James Olsen.
Had a watch, you know what I'm saying?
Get it right, motherfucker.
That Superman had given him in case of emergency or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But whatever, this should look like a new high-tech lighter, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. All it needs to do is serve this purpose, and so I'm not gonna press too hard on it because otherwise, the show is pretty well written. You know what I mean? They did some really good character development.
Yeah, real quick too. This is what happens.
It didn't seem rushed like how on other shows, like, you know, how they try to spill a bunch of information out to you and just hope that you understand.
And it just be too much. Yeah. No, they did it right. They did a good job.
I feel like they gave every moment their time, you know what I mean? They did the background that everybody knows super quick because everybody is coming there already knowing that shit. I wish other shows would take note of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
take note. Because this is just like a lesson in really good shit.
This is good writing. So, you know, Caroline Dries,
show
if you're
production,
listening.
period. Like, you know, what's his name? Todd Helbing, showrunner.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Thank you, mister. Finally. Thank you.
Good job, sir. Good job. Good job. Been a hell of a lot better than what the fuck they doing over on Batwoman. I can tell you that right now. Bruh. Which is another thing I kind of wanted to get into too. I've been watching a lot of people's videos and what they think about the Superman show. And I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it yet. But the thing that gets me is everybody's like shocked that it's a good show coming out of the CW. See, the thing is, all CW shows aren't bad. You know what I mean? Arrow was good. We all know Arrow started out really good. The Flash started out really good. Legends of Tomorrow started off strong. These were 3 really good shows. Supergirl started out cool, and it got bad. Toward the later seasons, it started to get bad because they started adding all the woke shit. But I mean, when you look at something like Batwoman, whether season 1 or 2, it's not bad because it's the CW. It's bad because of the writing team. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and they are employees, man. They can kick rocks. Get you some new blood in there.
Exactly. These shows do not have the same writing teams, and I just want everybody to understand that. When you got somebody behind a show like Batwoman, the people who are writing that, these people are incompetent. They're clowns. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. So of course that show is terrible. But you got people like Jeff Johns behind Stargirl and behind this show, and the writing team is like 20 times better than anything you would see on Batwoman. So, you know, that connection, you know, it's not CW's fault. It's always down to the writers. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say about
that. But if the writers are on contract or whatever the fuck they got going on, they need to see the door, the exit, real fucking quick. Because I'm just saying, if I'm a network and I'm hiring these motherfuckers to do a job, and ratings are proving that they are ineffective or affecting the show negatively, they can go.
They gotta kick rocks.
They need to go there. You're not helping my situation. You're hurting my network and my brand. But then, because most of those writers on that other show are most likely, I won't say guarantee, but they are most likely homosexual. Openly homosexual. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. But if they got fired because of the shit they put in the show, the clapback from certain people who don't even watch this fucking show or the network or whatever would have a problem with it because they fired a bunch of homosexual people. You know what I mean? So
keep in mind that these motherfuckers don't watch nothing. They don't know nothing about the lore. They don't buy shit.
They want to complain, but their complaints are super loud for some reason to these networks.
I have no idea why.
So that's a whole nother video worth of talking.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into that.
Back to Superman and Lois.
So yeah, another thing that I really liked, what tripped me out, is the villain that shows up. And I'm thinking, first we was like, this motherfucker look like Master Chief. And then it's like, no, wait a minute. It's Doom Guy. I'm telling you, if you've ever played Doom, I don't even fuck with first-person shooters like that. But I know who Doom Guy is, and this motherfucker look just like him. I don't know how they ain't got sued, or I don't know, but anyway, I thought it was really, really cool, you know, the way his suit looked and the special effects with his rocket boosters and all of that. I thought that was like hella cool.
Yeah, they had him looking super dope.
Super dope. That was just really, really cool. And then we find out who it is later, and I'm just like, is this an alternate universe version of this guy? Because he did say that his planet got destroyed. And at first I was thinking he was a Kryptonian, but, you know, after the reveal of who the guy was, it was like, oh, wait, okay. So he has to be somebody from Crisis. From, you know, his Earth must have got destroyed or something like that. So that's the reason for having a change up on who this villain is. You know what I'm saying?
This villain, last name is Luthor. Just saying.
Captain Luthor or something like that. So yeah, he's obviously somebody from an alternate Earth. But my question is,
say obviously because,
well, he black.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But it does make me wonder, what did they do with the original Lex? I mean, Lex from Supergirl, because
John Cryer.
Yeah, John Cryer. This does take place on the same Earth.
The same Earth, because they made it Earth Prime.
Yeah.
And everything's together now. Well, mostly.
Well, mostly, yeah. Well, pretty much because everything from the Arrowverse is pretty much on one Earth now. So it does kind of make you wonder what happened to John Cryer. Is his Lex still gonna be there? I guess we'll have to wait till later episodes to find that out.
We gotta wait till Supergirl come back on to find out.
So I'm wondering if she's gonna cross over with the Superman show at some point, even though her show will be ending soon, right? I think they got one more season in them.
I think one more season.
But it still makes me wonder, you know, if she's gonna come visit or something like that. I think that would be cool. I don't hate Supergirl. I just hate the fact that they got so woke in the later seasons.
The focus started to shift from more superhero things for the sake of
to
them
activism.
being.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And it's just like, God, dude. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Nobody wants activism in a fucking superhero show. Just entertain us. You know what I mean?
Say, you know what actually did have some activism in it? I'll say XMen.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. But the way it was... Yeah, but the way it was done was creative.
It wasn't highly preachy.
No, they did it. It was very creatively done.
They let the issues breathe. Like, they didn't, you know...
You knew that the X-Men's issues were loosely based on real life, but the way they went about it, I don't know. It's like I didn't have a problem with it, but for some reason, it's like they put too much on it these days.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Like, they kind of added, like with X-Men, they added a fictional element to it, I guess, you know? And it seems like today, the activism is like spot on what's really going on in the real world. And I just don't want my shows to mirror that shit. You know, it's okay for a couple episodes here and there maybe to touch on a topic, but you guys go full force, you know? And it's just like, damn, how many episodes we gonna have like this? I don't understand, but anyway. I'm getting off topic, but all in all, I think the show is really, really cool, man. I think CW has done a really good job with this, and I hope it continues.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch next week's episode. I think that shit was dope. I will say, I take issues with some of the shit that was said by some of the creators on that little special, but that'll be a whole nother video that I do.
I'm interested to know what you're talking about, but Yeah, that'll be another video.
But Superman and Lois, all in all, the acting was great. The visuals were on point.
Yeah.
Great special effects. There was no super heavy, like, emo music.
No.
Or nothing that bashed you over the head with a certain feeling that told you you're supposed to be feeling something right now.
Nope.
It's like you just watched it and you absorbed and felt organically. Like you weren't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There were no cue signs on how...
For anything.
For anything.
Everything just happened. Like you said, everything happened organically and natural. And it felt natural and it felt good. It really did. This is a good start, man. I just hope that it stays that way. And
please stay that way. Don't make me mad.
Don't start putting identity politics and, you know, current events in there. Like, nobody needs that. And it seems like the people who run this, the showrunner and Jeff Johns, it seems like they know this. Because I heard some information about a couple of people from the inside, from the staff, who were trying to race swap Jonathan and Martha Kent. And they ended up getting fired because they kept trying to push the issue, and I guess the team didn't want that to happen, you know? I mean, Jonathan and Martha Kent have been white for 80 plus years. That's what people know. And that's what people want to see. And I have to agree with that. I do not think you should be race swapping iconic characters. These characters have been established. They are what they are. Leave them alone. There are black characters in the DC universe that you can add in. Y'all, DC just needs to pay attention to them. But black characters do exist. I don't think they need to race swap anyone. But these people got fired, and rightfully so. I say good. Get them motherfuckers the fuck up out of here.
Riddance.
Peace. Like, seriously. Don't let the dough hit you, but a good law split you. Fuck up out of here with that shit. Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that was basically it for the show. And what you think, babe? Overall, great.
Yeah, if I had
Looking forward to it.
If I had to give it a, you know, let's say a 1 out of 10 rating, I would give it, I think I would give it a strong 8. I was about to say a 9. But
what are your takebacks? I mean, what are the drawbacks from it being a 10?
You know what? I can't really think of anything. I just didn't want to get too ahead of myself, but, you know, fuck it.
It started off at a strong, I'll say, a 9.5 to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only going to say that just because of the unexplained inconsistency as far as, you know, crisis-related events or whatever. Yeah, but besides that, you know, I'm gonna roll with this show until they give me a reason to not roll with it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 9
because this is smooth, you know. Like,
it is.
They did it real smooth. I actually hope that viewership increases on this show so that maybe the other shows on the network can take note and say, oh, maybe this is a trend we can follow. You know, like as far as production value and like understanding how to do this, even though I feel like, you know, I feel like this show is just on point. It should be the new standard for CW shows.
Definitely. But too bad for Batwoman and the Caroline Dries team, because those episodes are already done. So we can expect more garbage from them.
I hope they feel that pressure, though. I'm telling you, man, look, they probably need like some pay cuts or something so that they understand what you're doing is not right.
No, they need to get fired. Fuck a pay cut. Just fire them and just cancel the fucking show.
They can go all the way, but if they just wanted to keep that crew of people in there, let them know, teach them a lesson. Like, look, you ain't getting paid full price because that was like some bullshit that you put.
Seriously.
I mean, because they don't seem to have any call it, consequences.
No.
For putting out bullshit. Like, they're rewarded for this bullshit. And if they weren't rewarded for putting out bullshit, then maybe something would change.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But you know, there's a trend going on where a lot of people will say these days they're failing upward. Because even though they fail, these companies bend over backwards to still, you know, give them whatever the fuck they want, which makes
stupid.
No fucking sense to me. I don't understand it at all. We definitely live in a different world, but we're gonna wrap this up. And Superman and Lois is a good show. It really is. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Don't be afraid. The CW is not all bad, man. Yes, they do have their moments and they have their bad shows, but everything on the CW is not terrible. Don't let nobody tell you that. So, we wrapping it up, man, and we'll holler at y'all, man. Bye.
Bye.